We are the PittHoopGroup from University of Pittsburgh. This is the final project of our MS Systems class. I'm Joydeep, and
I'm Don.
so what we have done is basically implement a automatic score keeping system of basketball games that will show up the score on an LCD screen. Currently, we're actually projecting the LCD screen. So here is the LCD screen connected to an Arduino board. Uh, we actually have a setup here that shows the basketball hoop. We have a Raspberry Pi that does image processing for the ball detection, which actually does the scoring. We have a Raspberry Pi camera down here, which captures the images for the Raspberry Pi to process. Uh, the Raspberry Pi and the Arduino is mutually connected to an Android app through Bluetooth. Both the Raspberry Pi has a Bluetooth, so this is the Bluetooth module here, and we have a Bluetooth module connecting the Arduino to the Android platform. The Bluetooth is here. Now Don's going to explain the Android app that we created for this.
Here's the main screen of the app. You can choose between doing a standard game, a custom game, or learning more about the app. So for a standard game, you can choose the number of hoops. We only have one, so we'll pick one.
So, meanwhile, as a filler information, so standard game basically involves a ball with one color, like the standard game format, and custom game formats. So you can actually customize games with different points for different balls for different teams. So it's a pretty neat. Like you can customize any game you want, and you could use our app to do that. So yeah, Don, go ahead.
All right, so yeah, now I'm going to connect to the Raspberry Pi, and we're connected. I'm going to connect to the Arduino, and we're connected. So this is the game screen. Temporary score was mainly for before we had the hoop set up so that we could test the rest of the app. And also check score was mainly to test checking the current score before we had the Arduino. Demote allows you to change a standard shot to a foul shot. Elevate allows you to change it to a 3-point shot. Suspend scorekeeping is for like during halftime when you're shooting around and don't want to count the score. Swap last score allows you to swap which team had the last score if you do not change their possession in time. Swap possession changes which team has possession of the ball. For example, A starts with possession of the ball. An invalidate score invalidates the last score recorded.
Just for the information, so we still have the temporary score and the check score option up on the game screen because you may not want to use the Arduino based LCD screen score display. So you can just use the app for keeping the score, and you can pretty much check the score on the app itself. So yeah, that's pretty much it about the app. Now we'll proceed to show you a live demo of the thing. Okay, so Don's basically getting the thing set up. So we'll do a standard point here with 2 points. Don will basically slide the ball through the rim. Yeah, go ahead. So that should be a 2-pointer for the team in possession. As you can see, A was in possession here on the app screen, and so A has 2 points on the LCD score. Now when Don presses the elevate option, so you can elevate the score of the team in possession. So for example, distance shot that has higher points like 3 points. Now if he wants to demote that, he demotes the score and it goes down to 1. You can swap the last score, so B has the previous score. So if you forgot to swap possession in time, you can use that option to swap the last score. And he elevates and swaps possession. Yeah, so now B has a score, so he invalidates the score again, so it all basically comes down to 0 because that was only one score. Now Don's actually going to do multiple shots, and we'll show the final score on the screens. So we'll keep counting with Don. That's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. So the team in possession should have 6 points because there were 3 normal shots. As you can see, B was in possession from the app screen, and therefore B has 6 points on the LCD screen. Now A has 2 points and B has 4 points. We did that through the app. So now Don's actually going to show that our algorithm or our process isn't dependent on motion detection. So he's moving the ball up in front of the Raspberry Pi and the camera, and there's no change in the score which will show on the LCD screen here.